Okay, so this video 12. So the beast was kicked out of the heavens, by Michael and his angels, right? And now, when the saints come marching in, they're going to come marching in to get that beast out. That's what's going to happen. And then they're going to place that seal on. So that's what's going to happen to get the beast out the house. So, America, you better keep your peace. You don't want to be drawn into that. And all other nations around the world, keep your peace. Don't be drawn into that to defend the Zionist occupation. That's a law getting them out. And Muslims, you are being got out the way. You're being removed out of the way of this, divine intervention. So settle down, get used to where you are for now. It's only temporary, but though that beast got to be removed, that occupation has to end. And I showed you the video where they had mock dinosaur loading the bombs and dancing on the tank while he shot the bombs and the rockets into Gaza. He was showing you right there who he is. He's the beast. So America, stand in your peace. Don't support that. Don't support what's going on in the genocide, because there's going to be divine intervention and there's nothing you can do. And believe me, what's happened, this is showing you what's going on, as I said, with this eclipse that's going from Texas and going to cross the path of the intercourse with the path that the first eclipse in Little Egypt, Ohio, not Little Egypt, Ohio. Ohio's going to be fine, inshallah, but in Illinois, right? So it's going to be across, create like a vortex over Illinois, right? So, and you see what's going on in New York. So see what's going on in New York and what's going on in Texas. Amplify that all over America to get the beast out of America, to end the occupation in America of Corpse America, the Ashkenazi Corpse America. And anywhere that beast is, that's where it's going to have trouble in the world. But you ain't going to see that in Russia. Well, you see Russia trying to get those... Russia is trying to protect its borders from them invading his country. That's what Russia's doing. Putin is trying to protect his country from the beast trying to come in and take over his country. When they tried to expand the borders and have NATO, which is an entity of the rat child, right? The Nazis, try to post itself in Ukraine so that then they could continue to provoke Putin, and when Putin responded, then NATO could intervene on behalf of Ukraine and try to decimate Russia. But alhamdulillah, Allah intervened, and they didn't get to do that. And Putin had warned them, don't bring NATO here. Don't bring NATO here. Or that's going to, the act of that would cause a problem. But they continued under their abomination to provoke Russia, provoke Russia, provoke Russia. Russia have been provoked. They've been poking that bear for a long time. Russia just got tired and said, no, they had to do something to protect themselves. Because if Russia didn't do it, if Putin didn't do it, what's happening in America and what's happening in the occupation of Palestine would have been happening in Russia. So you won't see that. And they're trying to break up the BRICS nations, right? That support the BRICS nations, right? But inshallah it won't work, right? So America, if you want to save your republic, don't get involved in that. That what's going on in Palestine. Don't support that genocide. The world must speak out in order to save itself. Don't fight for them. They're going to try to drag you in. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Stay in peace. Whoever supports that, trust. Trust. It will be like that video that I post sometimes about see you at the crossroads, when he said he misses Uncle George, and he looks and the angel takes his Uncle George's life because it's his Uncle George's time to go. And so he looks at him and he gives him a look like you don't want, he didn't want none of this. Don't start none, won't be none. So you may as well get used to it. Allah is going to intervene. So no matter if Hezbollah gets in there, who gets in there to deal with no matter what, who gets in there to stop the genocide will only help the world. Now, Netanyahu has the opportunity to stop what he's doing, but he can't. He can't because they have an all or nothing policy. So he's mad. He's taking advantage of the opportunity now because the beast, that beast that has fallen wants that, try to take over. And once they take over that, they'll try to take over America, take over the world, and take over Africa. Take over the world by taking over the natural resources of Africa. So Africa better be ready and watch themselves. These Zionists are trying to expand. They want your resources coming after you. But first they want to take over, break America, because they don't want America to have no power. That's why they're trying to take their guns and everything else. Better be wise. Don't support them. That's why they're trying to get this invasion in here. They don't want the true Hebrew Israelites to have any power, to have their power, or their ancestral identity. They don't want that. Okay, so, right? Okay, that's why they're putting all these illegal aliens in here and continuing to incarcerate the true Hebrew Israelites. Okay? Now, PDJT, think about this. They put all these immigrants in here, right? These illegal aliens in here in America. Emptying the prisons in all these different lands, right? To be allies with the Dixiecrat. Be smart. Because you're smart already, but be smarter. Release all these Hebrew Israelites in mass incarcerated by Joe Biden and Bill Joe the Republic's voting base. Make them, constituents for life. How many they got in mass incarcerated? All those who are not mass incarcerated for murder or some violent crime? Release them. Restore their right to vote. And let them vote Republican. Since they playing games. Right? Counterbalance. And then deport the majority of them. Because I'm sure there's going to be like roaches. You're going to miss some of them. Right? And yes, I said roaches, goddammit. I fucking said roaches. If Biden can say like roaches feeling on his legs, I can say the infiltration of these illegal aliens into my country, eating up all the food. Because what do roaches come when they come up in somebody's house? They eat up all the food. Every time you in the kitchen, they in the kitchen. Right? Eating up all the food. Okay. So, balance the score. Release all these, mass incarcerated Hebrew Israelites. Restore the voting rights and let them vote Republican. And then you get Vivek Ramaswamy after he becomes the press secretary as president for 8 years. With Don Jr. as his, Donald Trump Jr. as his vice president for 8 years. Then give Don Jr. the presidency for another 8 years. That would fuck they shit up. And they would deserve it. Okay, so now we have the KKK. They have the KKK. Jen Crowley, Dixiecrat, Rothschild, Rhino, treasonous, we said that, unregistered agents administrating the geopolitical and social economic unconstitutional affairs on behalf of the occupying corporation, and they knowingly use the campaign of disinformation propaganda machine to create global genocide and famine, like Fickle Haley, right? Fickle Haley was talking about, Putin, it was a birthday gift to Putin. I think Putin's birthday is I think Putin is a Cancer. I don't think Putin is a Scorpio. No, Libra. I don't think Putin is a Libra. I think Putin is a Scorpio. So his birthday was not October 7th. I will double check. Let me double check right now.